So welcome to Transit Services of Frederick County. We're happy and excited to have you all here to celebrate this exciting new technology coming to our community. This electric bus and charging station project has been successful due to the efforts of many, many people, and I want to take a minute to mention some of them. First of all, thank you to our County Executive Jan Gardner and County Council President Bud Otis and the council members for their support of transit. Also to our funding partners, none of this would have happened without them. The Federal Transit Administration, FTA, provided 80% of the funding for the buses and the charging stations. The Maryland Transit Administration funded 10% for 5 buses and 9% of the charging station. Frederick County government funded the local share for 1 bus and 9% of the charging stations. And for the first time ever, we partnered with the Maryland Energy Administration, and through their Smart Energy Grant, they funded the local share for 3 buses and provided 8% of the cost of the charging stations. And Transit provided the match for 1 bus using deferred bus advertising revenue. The MTA Office of Local Transit Support, Beth Kreider, who stepped in several times during this project to make sure things moved ahead, and her staff, Jim Rozuski, Bruce Honacki, and George Thorns, helped us and guided us through this project. Complete Coachworks, President Dale Carson, Jay Raber, Ryan Shetterly, Patrick Tarbett, and Greg Hardwick, all for their help through this whole process down to today, making sure everything was good and ready to go. And a lot of county departments, the County Finance Division, in particular purchasing, procurement analyst Tammy Conrad and Bruce Johnson, Frederick County DPW, Chuck Knipe, Sue Barthol, Bill Sullivan, and Gary Fox. At the Office of Sustainability, Shannon Moore and Lisa Orr partnered with us to help us get that Maryland Energy Administration grant. Fleet Services for all of the prep of the buses and inspecting the buses. Parks and Rec for installing our gate for the charging stations, and also setting all this up for this morning. Setting it up, moving it, taking it down. And Mike Thompson of Thompson Engineering, whose electrical load study and drawings on the charging station project really resulted in several improvements to the project along the way. Potomac Edison and John Bross, who provided timely and excellent service and even adjusted their schedule for other work to accommodate our project. TEI, which is the local company that constructed the charging stations. Direct Media added the bus graphics. And last and certainly not least, Transit staff who worked hard every day, not just on this project. Thank you all for helping us make this happen. And now our County Executive, Jan Gardner, will say a few words.
Thank you. Thank you, Nancy. And good morning, everyone. Isn't it a great day? It's a beautiful day here in Frederick County. Now somebody, and I need to give credit to this, somebody just told me, doesn't this look like Christmas with the green buses and the red ribbons? So thank you, Paul Smith, for recognizing that it's like Christmas here in Frederick County today. We're really exciting that Frederick County is leading the way in our region and really on the East Coast by being the first transit authority to acquire all electric buses. So sometimes we look around to see what others are doing, and oftentimes Frederick County is actually on the leading edge. And that's what we're doing today with these electric buses. Now they're called Zero Emission Propulsion System buses, or ZEPs. And it's appropriate that these ZEPs have been painted green because they're green in a lot of ways. They're green environmentally, they reduce our carbon footprint, and they're green because they save us money. These refurbished buses are a creative way for Frederick County to reduce emissions and at the same time reduce costs. These buses reuse the bodies of old buses, which kept them out of the landfill and also save money. And because purchasing a new bus would cost about $400,000 more than refurbishing an old bus. We also reduce our carbon emissions that resulted from the manufacturing of the buses. Zero emission buses are completely clean to run. For each all-electric bus that we put into service, we reduce the amount of greenhouse gas emissions equivalent to about 30 cars being on the road. So adding 5 of these to our fleet is the equivalent of taking about 150 polluting cars off of our roads. And that's important because we live in a region that has air quality issues, and we're still trying to come into EPA standards for air quality. They're also very quiet. Just think if you're downtown in the city of Frederick and you're sitting outside eating at one of our restaurants, and instead of a loud bus going by, you have one of these quiet, emission-free, clean-smelling buses that roll past. ZEP buses are better for our environment, and they're better for Frederick County taxpayers. These buses are 4 times more fuel efficient than a conventional diesel bus. Those fuel savings add up over time. We anticipate over the life of a bus, which is about 12 years, that each bus will save about $500,000 in fuel and maintenance costs. So when you multiply that by 5 buses, that's $2.5 million. And that's a lot of money. And that's a lot of money that we can invest in other needs in our community, including transit. So it gets even better, and Nancy spoke to this, but for many of these buses, Frederick County taxpayers actually spent no local dollars because they were funded through grants and our other funding partners. So I really do want to thank our partners at the Federal Transportation Administration, the Maryland Transportation Administration, and the Maryland Energy Administration. We really get a lot of bang for our local tax dollars with transit. Most of our other capital equipment, including our buses and some of our services, are also matched with federal and state dollars. So in closing, I want to say I'm very proud that Frederick County is in the lead with implementing all electric buses. I'm proud of Nancy Norris and her team at Transit. I'm proud of what they do each and every day. They're always looking for an innovative way to make transit better for its riders. From mobile phone apps to where you can track your bus so you know if it's on its way, to applying for these grants for these cleaner, quieter buses. And our transit drivers, I have to thank them. They're the people on the front line every day. They greet our residents. They're awesome, they're friendly, and they're dedicated to meeting the needs of the riders they serve. So I'm proud to say that Frederick County Transit is a trendsetter in Maryland and in the region. So congratulations. We look forward to seeing these buses on the road soon, and stick around because we'll give you a tour and maybe a ride.
Thank you, Jan. And now our County Council President, Bud Otis, is going to say a few words.
I am excited about these buses. I serve on the Transit Commission here for the County Council, and we have an outstanding leader in Nancy Norris. And I think we ought to give her a big hand because she has done she's done a tremendous job in pulling all this funding and all these different agencies together to pull the money together to make all this happen. And it takes a good leader, and we got a dandy, and she's doing a wonderful job. Isn't this a great day in Frederick? Absolutely. These buses are going to mean a lot to us millennials who live downtown. What are they laughing at?
You're always 30-something.
Absolutely. In our minds, that's where it has to be. No, seriously, I can't get over the fact that we got all these buses and that we're not putting a lot of local money into it. And we are really trying to revitalize downtown Frederick in all the things that we're doing. And to think that these can go up and down our streets and you hardly hear them is a tremendous thing, isn't it? And when you think of the money we're saving and the fuel and all the other things that we're not consuming, I think it's just a fantastic idea. I've been a strong supporter of it for a long time, and I'm just thrilled that we're getting it launched today. And for all of you who had any part in this, I think you should give yourself a big hand because this is a big day in Frederick, and we all be all really excited about it, should we? Warm those hands up. Come on. And I have asked, I don't think they're going to give me permission, but I asked for Jan to drive one and I drive one, and we'll race around the parking lot once. Just once. We'll stay inside the gate. Uh, I would love to drive one because I think it'd be a lot of fun. But I appreciate our drivers and all the staff here at the transit area that's handling this for our county. And we have a great team. And thank you for coming out today to be a part of it. And you will go down as history as having been here when we launched it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bud Otis. Next, we have Robin Summerfield, who's from Senator Cardin's office, and he's actually here also representing Senator Mikulski.
Good.
I'm pleased to be here on behalf of Senator Cardin and to pinch hit for the senior senator. Juliana Albowitz knows many of you and sends her regards and regrets that she could not be here. I'm always so pleased to be here to acknowledge the amazing leadership in your county executive, Jan Gardner, and your county council president, leading the way on so many issues. I'm proud to be with you all today and offer you congratulations for your leadership really in the state and the region, and not just on the environment with these buses, but you're really showing that by being green, you can save some green. So congratulations. I do have a citation which I'll present to you, Nancy. This is from Senator Mikulski, presented to Frederick County Transit on the occasion of your all-electric buses ribbon cutting in recognition of your ribbon cutting for your 5 new all-electric buses, which will serve the county residents and improve air quality. Congratulations, and it's signed Barbara A. Mikulski, United States Senate. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Robin. And next, we have the Director of the Maryland Office of Local Transit Support, Beth Kreider.
Well, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I bring greetings from our Secretary of Transportation, Pete Ron, and the MTA Administrator, Paul Comfort. They regret that they couldn't be here on this exciting day to share with Frederick County this event. But we are all excited to be here. We're very pleased to have been able to bring to Frederick County about $2.5 million in state and federal funds to support this initiative.
Thank you.
And it really, we've heard the word innovative. It really is an innovative technology for Maryland. While this type of technology is being used across the country, this is the first time that a transit agency in the state has taken advantage of an opportunity like this to use remanufactured buses, electric buses. And we're really excited to see how this technology is going to work long term, because Frederick is a trendsetter here in the state for our locally operated transit systems, and we're hoping we can learn a lot from this effort and maybe take it to some other systems who can benefit from it. We've heard Nancy thanked a lot, but I also have to thank her for the commitment and the effort that she put into this project. Without her tremendous efforts and her leadership, these buses wouldn't be before you today. So congratulations, Nancy. I know you worked long and hard to bring this to fruition. Also her staff. I know, your procurement folks, we came out, we met with you, and they worked diligently to make sure that the procurement was in place and that they were able to help to move this along. In closing, I just want to thank you for the opportunity to be here today, and thank you for the partnership that we have with Frederick County. We really do value it. So thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next we have the Director of the Maryland Energy Administration, Leigh Williams, who, as I mentioned before, without them, we would not have 5 buses sitting here. They actually provided the match for 3 of these buses, as well as contributed towards the charging stations. Leigh?
Hi, good morning. Good morning, everyone. It's a great day in the state of Maryland and in Frederick County, absolutely. I bring you greetings on behalf of Governor Hogan and the Hogan administration. I'm here because I'm exceptionally proud of what you've done here today, and also with my colleagues, the Maryland Transportation. I will say to you, this program, the Maryland Smart Energy Communities, is trying to achieve the very goal that you're doing. So I would want to say congratulations. It's cold out here, and I heard all the wonderful achievements already, and so I'm so proud that this is the benchmark. This is what we need to do. We do need to get gasoline off the road, make sure that we're energy efficient, make sure we can emulate what you've done here across the state of Maryland. And we want to continue to partner with this community and other communities, so please let them know what you're doing. And let's go move forward in reducing poor climate, bad gas, make sure we have good, efficient buses that come across our counties, our neighborhoods, and go across our state. So thank you. I appreciate being here. Congratulations. Well done. Well done. Thank you ever so much.
Thank you for your partnership.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, now we're going to have our ribbon cutting with Jan and Councilman Otis. And then after that, we'll have a tour of the charging stations, which are back at the end, back of the property here. There is a bus plugged in and charging right now. For anyone that would like to go back there, we'll be answering questions. And we're also going to provide some rides on the bus. Just a short trip, basically around the long block here, because we know you're all busy. And so about a 5-minute trip if you would like to take a ride on the bus.